Hey Dreamers, I'm Bryce and I have no idea what my favorite Metallica song is. Could it be Trapped Under Ice? Probably not, but let's find out using math. Cue the intro.
So Ted, give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! Trapped Under Ice from Ride the Lightning. I'm going to be completely honest, I have skipped this song pretty much every time it's ever come on. I have no idea how it starts. All I can remember is the chorus, which I also didn't really care for that much last time I heard it, which was who knows how long ago. I am assuming the last time I heard it was at Orion Music and More when they played Ride the Lightning in its entirety. So this one isn't looking so good, but we're going to be fair. We're going to listen with open ears. We're going to try to be kind to the song and grade it using the following criteria. We have lyrics, instrumentation, composition, memorability, and emotional response. It's a scale of 0 to 4, totaling 20 points possible. So we'll see how this one matches up against all the others so far. That's enough talking. Let's get into the song. I don't even remember how this one starts. If I can find it here. Trapped Under Ice. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Was that a car outside or was that like a revving in the song? I'm going to rewind it. I could hear like a kind of sucking you into the riff. I like that. Fast, thrashy. I like that. Those hits at the beginning were really cool. Da-da-da. I hope that keeps coming throughout the song. We've got some high. Okay, cool. So we've changed again. We're at a new chord. Interesting. Yeah. So we have that the lead guitar is just kind of holding out, kind of climbing, and now we're already going straight into a solo. That's pretty cool. And the solo isn't in the same root note. We're now moved to a different chord. So I don't think I keep talking about key changes. They're not key changes. They're all, I think, still in the same key, but it's moved up. I don't know if this is the second. I've never learned this song, so it could be the second. But it's really interesting to change the bass, the root note, to go into the solo. Cool. There's those hits again. Now we got the verse. I got to call out that drum fill because up until this point, we haven't had such a cool tom part. I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. Listen to how fast Lars is going. That's really cool. He hasn't really done much else than da-da-da-da, or boo, 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 boo. You know, like the whiplash thing is probably the fastest. He's got maybe hit the lights, but this is a long, he's going really hard on this. I want to go back. That's cool. Still on the hi-hat. So we got to stop after the Trapped Under Ice. The reason that this chorus brings it down for me, everything is pretty cool up to this point. The chorus feels like happy, you know? If you listen to it, it's like bright. And then, so we do, and then that third time through, it kind of comes down, it pulls you down a little bit, but it just, then it goes back up to that first part, and I don't know, it's bright, it's cheery almost, and it doesn't feel like it fits the emotion they're trying to capture. If I was trapped under ice, I definitely wouldn't be happy. I definitely wouldn't be bright. I wouldn't be cheerful. And although it's fast, the speed maybe emphasizes the franticness pun intended, of the feeling of being trapped under ice, but I think nothing really else captures that feeling. Doesn't do it for me. So these solos so far feel very bluesy. There's a lot of bluesy feeling parts to it. That was a bad impression of what bluesy sounds like. But this solo had a lot of, it felt like he was kind of just hitting the guitar. There wasn't, it's like I don't know if it's tapping or if it's like an effect thing, but it's not straight up just picking normal. It sounded a little bit different. Maybe some whammy bar. I don't know, a little bit different. But then it goes back into the bluesiness of it. So we have the thrash rhythm guitar, and we have like a bluesy lead. We have thrash drums, and then we have like sort of a brightness in the chorus. The song feels like it's a lot of different styles kind of clashing. And maybe that's why. I guess you could argue that artistically, when you have things clash, it makes it kind of disorienting, and maybe you want to be disoriented when you're trapped under ice. But I don't know. It's just the song isn't grabbing me in the same way that all their other songs do. So. Positive thing, I do like this verse riff. I really like that. There's kind of a Whiplash feel to it. No drum fill there. That second verse didn't have that big, huge tom fill. And I was looking forward to it again. It wasn't really there. Bummer. Head down. Back up. Okay, that transition was kind of goofy. The rhythm was kind of odd to me. I think that it's cool. It's not that it's bad to have odd rhythms. It breaks up the flow of the song. It changes it a little bit. I don't know. The only word I can think of is wonky. It doesn't really feel like it fits in my opinion. And now we've entered sort of a... we're in sort of a Run to the Hills sort of feel. Dun, 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 dun. Because, again, it feels very major chord progression. It doesn't feel like that minor, like that evil, scary monster death kind of feel like all their other songs typically have. So we have this, I don't know, I haven't verified. It's probably not a major scale, but just something about the note choice that feels positive. There's like a positive energy, and when the song is trying to convey negative energy, it doesn't work for me. You gotta give me lyrics about love and interest and wide-eyed wonder for the world. But here we have like, oh no, I'm about to die because I'm under ice, and like da da da. I don't know. It's just weird. It's not working. It's not working. Hey, hey. Toms. So I do like that. Hey, I don't know the words. I don't have it memorized. Scream out, whatever they're singing. It's really chantable. So if you have the song memorized, I could see a big, large crowd of people going, hey, like scream. That would be a really fun concert moment. If not for the chorus being so blech, that would be probably really fun to have live, to hear it live, to be a part of it live. So this section is better probably, I think, than most of the song. Maybe. I'm going to retract that. I like the verses the best. But this section has, it's a little better. It's a little more towards my taste. So appreciate that. Yeah. Okay, all right. So there's a transition. Okay, I don't know how to explain this. I really appreciate that part. That makes me feel good. There is a I don't know how to best explain this, but there okay, that's my mouth version of the song. I should learn it and play it for you guys. But there's something about repeating that riff that first time. That's like the A section, and then the B would be the either and then the next time through, instead of that, it's okay. It's something like that, right? So we have the first part and then an ending, a first part and a second ending, first part and the first ending, first part and the second ending, and they repeat all that over and over. That was probably like 4 or 8 times, and then that last time when we go to the they doubled it. That was really cool. I'm gonna go back just to listen to it one more time because I really appreciate it. Yeah. So they double the first part. They'd like triple the last part. That's really cool. Then we got a solo here. This is what I call an earned solo. This feels like that transition it built. We had some sections that repeated, and then we extended it, and then there's like a drum fill, and now we're going into thrash. Earned solo. I love it. I love it. There's the fill. There's those big drum tom fills. I love it. Love it. I just realized what I think would make this song much better. Some songs have a specific chorus, and some songs just have a hook, the line that's just right at the end of the verse, right? So think of something like Nothing Else Matters. Every verse ends with "and nothing else matters," right? So I think that this song could really benefit from something like that. So we have the verses dun 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 dun, and then the fourth time through the fourth time through the verse, if he ended it with "I'm trapped under ice," and then just go to the next section, just cut out the chorus and go straight, just have "trapped under ice" as the hook at the end of every verse, that would make this a much better song, because that chorus just pulls it down for me. Everything else is actually pretty cool. Oh, I like that. Okay, the last time we don't stop. We don't stop with "trapped under ice." It's a drum fill, and we're back to the chorus the second time. Unfortunately. Ooh, okay. Okay, we have a little bit of an effect here. We're playing with some mixing and engineering stuff. The ice, he's holding it out, but I'm going to rewind it just slightly. He's holding out ice to give you that high, like freezing sound, but they're also goofing with the EQ. You can hear kind of like a flange or a chorus. You can hear like a sweeping of the sound isn't just staying, it's kind of doing a, and that's not his mouth doing that effect. That is all on the control surface. Whatever mixing board they're working with or external processor, they are using the EQ knob to kind of... I'm going to make an attempt to see if Final Cut can do this. Did it work? Great. Let's hear it on the record. Cool. down. Cool. All right. We got that da-da-da at the end again. We had to call back to the bridge with the da-da-da-da. All right, cool. It's maybe, I guess, a little better than I gave it credit for before, but you know what? Let's talk about those numbers. On to the review. Whoosh. Lyrics. What the heck is this song about? Well, I think the title speaks for itself, but also I think it's supposed to be a metaphor. It's not supposed to be, maybe, in my opinion, someone who is literally trapped under ice, but someone who is maybe contemplating or, who's having a rough day, who's depressed, who feels like there's a glass ceiling above them, who can't get ahead in life. Whatever struggles in the world are pushing back on you, it feels like you're trapped under ice, right? If you replace the glass ceiling metaphor with trapped under ice, you can't breathe, nobody can hear you, trying your hardest, but you just can't get out. So I think that this is supposed to be a metaphor. The reason why I have a problem with this metaphor is that usually a metaphor is supposed to be, something that, I'm trapped under. It feels like it's going so literal with the metaphor that the metaphor loses its luster. It doesn't feel like they're actually using the correct words to convey the feeling. And I feel like they maybe started that James started writing from the metaphorical standpoint or figurative or whatever, but then by sending us to the chorus, that chorus just ruins everything in this song for me. I'm trapped under ice. Well, you didn't have to say that. Right? You don't have to, we already put that together with the rest of the lyrics. I'd like to hear what this song could do when we take out the words trapped under ice and we just illustrate it, right? Show, don't tell. That's a big part of storytelling. I want to pull up another lyric in here that made me laugh. Hand of doom has a tight grip on me. Hand of doom has a tight grip on me. It's so high school to me. And I know that this is only their second record. They're still very new to songwriting. But from the rest of this record was doing so well. This one still feels Kill 'Em All to me. This one still feels like it is the filler material. It's the other song. It's we need this many songs on the record, so let's just slap one more on there. So it just doesn't have enough for me. Now, I want to give it a 0, but I'm going to give them 1 point because of a personal interest of mine. They use the word cryonic in this lyric. They use the word cryonic in this song. I want to find it here. Oh, it's the same verse. No release from my cryonic state. This is interesting to me because I wrote a horror play about cryogenically frozen people being resurrected, which is kind of a scary topic or kind of an interesting topic, depending on where you are. But I learned through the research that you can be cryogenically frozen. Cryogenics is the freezing of things, but cryonics is specifically people. So using the word cryonic in here, I think, is something you have to research. It's not general knowledge. So a point for that, but otherwise, lyrically, this doesn't do much for me. So overall, lyrically, 1 point. Instrumentation, how do they do? There's a lot of uniqueness to this song. There's a lot of interesting parts. There's some slow parts. There's some fast parts. Well, there's not really some slow parts, but there's a lot of fast parts. We got some bluesy solos. We've got some thrashy riffs. We have some interesting transitions that, that goes in the composition rating, but instrumentally, it's fine. I think my favorite part of this whole song were that big drum filled. It was so cool. And then the quick hits to da-da-da-da or da-da-da-da, I don't know, triple lid one. It feels, I like those parts the most. So instrumentally, I can't really say any positive. I can't really say anything negative. It's kind of right in the middle. Instrumentally, 2. Composition. Oh boy, we've been talking about this whole time. I feel like this whole entire journey is going to fall into the same boat. Verse, chorus, solo, verse, chorus, outro. Same structure. Over and over and over again. So nothing new there. Is there time signature changes? Not really. There's a feel change in the middle when we go to that sort of Run to the Hills feel, dun, 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 but it doesn't really change much. And I cannot stop talking about how awful that chorus is. It just really is. There's so much better than this. They have so much more to deliver. And honestly, if they took the fade to black method and just cut out the lyrics, it probably would have been even better. But that chorus just doesn't feel like it fits in the song. The transition from the second chorus to the solo, also, or to the bridge section, also feels very wonky. There's compositionally, I really just didn't like it. I think that they can do so much better. I know that they can do better. So because I really don't like it, I gotta give it a 0. Memorability. Is the song memorable? Well, I mean, I guess you could argue that I remember it because I don't like it. I guess the chorus is kind of memorable. I'm trapped under ice. It's easy to remember that part. And then there's that chanting section at the end where if you already know the words, that'd be pretty memorable. But I don't think that they're clear enough because they're chanted. You can't really tell what they're saying. You have to kind of look at the lyrics to figure it out. So memorability, not super memorable, but not super forgettable. I'm gonna knock this down. I'm gonna give them a 1. Emotional response. I did have a few moments where I was enjoying the song, but for every bit of enjoyment, it was brought down by that stupid chorus. I can't get over the chorus. I'm sorry, you guys, but I just don't like it. It just feels wrong. It doesn't fit with the song. So because I'm so unhappy, I gotta knock a point, right? I'm a little impressed by the verses. I like the drum stuff, but it just I'm dying to live. Cry out. I'm trapped under ice. It just doesn't work for me. Emotional response, 1. And so Trapped Under Ice gets a grand total of not in the top 10. The total was 5 points, which puts it above Metal Militia and Phantom Lord, but it will not make the top 10, and we won't be hearing from it anytime soon. So Ride the Lightning still at number 1, comfortably so far. We'll see if any song is going to get a perfect 20 or even a 19 to beat Ride the Lightning, but Trapped Under Ice wasn't the song to do it. So let me know, what points would you give Trapped Under Ice if you were rating by the same criteria? Is it higher or lower? Do you think it's just as bad as the other two down at the bottom? Let me know in the comments. And please, I want to put out another thing while we're here. I want to promote Midnight Notion is not just a review channel. I do make music and I do play live with a band when we're not in the middle of a national pandemic. So check out Midnight Notion on all the platforms where you get your music. I would love to know what you think of my original songs and if you think that my skills are worthy of rating Metallica's skills. And of course, hit that subscribe button so you can be here tomorrow as we review Escape, which I promise isn't maybe as bad as you think it is. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.